you all are studying well. Okay, we are learning about the birth of Prophet Muhammad and the spread of Islam. Okay, in the previous class we have seen how was this Prophet Muhammad born and what happened after his life and how did he receive the divine revelation and how he propagate the good news or the divine revelation. With this and all we have seen, is it? And after his death, who became the successor of Prophet Muhammad, we have seen, is it? And today also we are going to continue with the same lesson, okay? The birth of Prophet Muhammad and the spread of Islam. Okay, in this we are going to learn today the spread of Islam and what was the role of Abbasids and the Umayyads in spreading the new religion called Islam. Okay, and how the traders, Arab traders and the Indian traders, they involved in different activities. That and all we are going to see in this class. Okay, the first we are going to see is the spread of Islam. Okay. Okay, in spread of Islam, what happened? Abu Bakr became the successor of Muslim community or for Islam. Okay. So after Abu Bakr became the successor, what Abu Bakr did, he mobilized and transformed Arabs into a excellent army. Okay, he mobilized the Arabs to become the excellent army, and he and his followers inspired the Arab armies to go out to different countries and continents with the word of Allah. So, the word of Allah or the principles of Islam, it spread throughout the countries and continents. Okay, and what he did after inspiring, he also helped this spread of Islam. Okay, so these armies, they went to different part of the countries and spread the word of Allah. Then different countries they also occupied, they also captured. Okay, so in different countries the Islam spreader was like the countries like Iraq, Syria, Spain, Central Asia, North America. These are the countries the Islam was spread during 18th centuries. And not only that, what these armies did, okay, what these followers of Islam did, they after capturing different countries, after spreading gospel or word of Allah to different countries, they settled down in a particular place and they started to adopt a new way of living. Okay, these armies also established different cities like Baghdad, Cairo and Damascus. Okay, during their period, Damascus became the center of Islamic world. Okay, which was the center of Islamic world? Damascus was the center of Islamic world. Not only that, these people also encouraged to learn agriculture, architecture, trade. Okay, and this Damascus became the center of a great civilization. Okay, Damascus became the center for the great civilization. Did you understand, children? And after that, the role of Abbasids and Umayyads. Okay, role of Abbasids and Umayyads in spreading the gospel or the word of Allah. What these Abbasids and Umayyads did, what was their role in spreading the Islamic principles or the word of Allah? When we see Abbasids during Abbasids period, the Arabs, they excelled in intellectual and cultural way. Okay, they excelled in intellectually and culturally, and this Umayyads, they preceded Abbasids, and they had Damascus was their capital, okay, which was the capital of Umayyads. Damascus was the capital of Umayyads. After Umayyads, Abbasids became, they came into power, okay. During the period of Abbasids, they changed their capital. The caliphate was changed from Damascus to Baghdad. Okay, during the period of Abbasids, the caliphate changed from Damascus to Baghdad. And during this period of Abbasids, they excelled in different skills. Okay, they learning. Okay, different skills. They excelled in different skills, different learning, and different scientific knowledge. They excelled. Okay, the Arabs excelled in science, mathematics. They also wanted to learn the culture and civilization and the knowledge of other civilization, other countries. Okay, so what these people did, they went, wherever they went, they have learned the new things. They observed new learning. Okay, and they also translated different books of different culture, different lifestyle. Okay, the books they have translated was like Greek, Persian, Indian, and Byzantium. Okay, these civilizations were attracted and adopted by the Arabs. When we see these Umayyads, okay, these Abbasids, they were not only the people of learning, they also, one of the caliph from Abbasids, he established a word of a house of wisdom. Okay, what is this house of wisdom? It is the store place of knowledge where the different translations were kept. Okay, the different books were kept. Okay, whatever they learned newly, whatever they observed newly, it was translated in the Arab language, and it was stored in the house of wisdom. Did you understand, children? And the next thing we are going to see today is India and Arab world. Okay, what was the link between the Arabs and the Indians? When we see India, the first foreigner who invaded or who came to India it is Arabs. Okay, Arabians were the first people who entered into India as foreigners. Okay, what was the purpose of Arabs to enter into India? Okay, it is nothing else for the trading purpose. The Arabs first came to India. And in those days, during 18th century, before 18th century, before industrial revolution in the world, in the history of world, Arabians or Arabs were the strong and powerful people, okay, who went to different parts of the world, and they had maintained their trade contact with the different countries in the world. Okay, these people, these Arabs, they acquainted knowledge from different people, different culture and lifestyle. Okay, they gained knowledge of astronomy from the Greeks. Okay, from the Persians, they gained the knowledge of astronomy from the Persians. okay, and gained knowledge of geometry from the Greeks. From the Chinese people, from the Chinese civilization, they have learned the art of making paper, the technique of making glass, and the use of compass. Okay, these were the new knowledge absorbed by the Arabs from Chinese, from Persians and the Greeks. And from India also they have gained knowledge on mathematics, okay, medicine, astronomy, and different other geography. Okay, these are the different subjects they gained knowledge from India. And when we see these Arabs, they had the trade contact with India. They different part of India, they made a trade contact mainly in the eastern part of India, in the western part of India. Okay, the coastline of Gujarat. Okay, this area mainly was covered by the Arabians for the trading attitudes. Okay, and these Arabs, not only they had the trade contact, they also had the intermarriage with the Indians, and many of the Arabs they settled in India, and the Indians were used the Arabian merchant ships for the trading and exporting different goods from one place to another. And India exported different muslin, okay, and spices and indigo from India to Arabia, and from Arabia they have imported the high quality, the high branded horses, okay, to India. In this way they maintain their trade relationship with. And to Indonesia, Indonesia was once upon a time it was a Hindu kingdom, okay. Because of the arrival of the Arabs, they changed this Hindu kingdom into Islamic dynasty, okay. The Hindu rule came to an end and it declined, and the Muslim rule was established in Indonesia, okay. And this it affected India because before that India and Indonesia had a great relationship, close relationship with each other, okay. And the sea route was discovered, okay, between China to other part of the Asian countries like Rome and the Central Asia, okay. This silk route was not only used for trading silks, but it was also used for trading some other good materials, goods and other materials like ivory, okay. And when we see in 1712, Muhammad bin Qasim, okay, he was a Muslim ruler from Arab. He was an Arabian ruler who invaded to India, and he conquered the Indus region. He conquered Sindh, okay. He defeated the ruler of Sindh and conquered the area of Sindh. This Muhammad bin Qasim could not come or go into the further regions of India because the central region of India mainly ruled by the Rajput rulers who were very strong and powerful, okay. So Muhammad bin Qasim could not defeat or come further to conquer the areas of India, okay. After the death of Muhammad bin Qasim, the Arab rule came to an end in India, okay, because the Rajput rulers were very powerful. And these Indians were exclusive people, okay. They don't want to attach with other cultural people or other people who follow different civilization and different cultural different way of living. They thought that what was the reason they wanted to be isolate themselves from other people? Because they felt that they were the people who had the great knowledge and science than other people in the world. So they separated themselves from other people. Whereas Arabs, they wanted to acquaint knowledge, they wanted to gain knowledge of different people. That's the reason these Arabians, they learned different things from Chinese, the Greeks, the Persians, and also from India, okay, from the Indians. And they had the close contact with the Indians. Okay, they gave their culture to India. Okay, but these Indians, they don't want to adopt any Western culture or Western lifestyle. These people wanted to be unique in themselves, in their way of living. Okay, in this manner, the spread of Islam, okay, it took place. The Islam was spreaded in different parts of India. So here today we have learned about spread of Islam, okay, and the role of Abbasids and Umayyads to spread Islam, okay, and also we have seen India and the Arab world. Okay, in spread of Islam, what we have seen, Abu Bakr, he formed a great army. He inspired, he mobilized the Arabs as the great army, and with the help of that army, he established different cities, and he also propagated the word of Allah to different parts of the world. The countries which the Islam was spreaded was Iraq, Spain, Syria, Central Asia, North Africa, and other countries like Spain. Okay, so this was today's class. Okay, learn well, read your textbook well. Okay, if you have any doubt, you can ask me. Okay, we will end the class today. We will meet with the same lesson in the next class. Thank you, children.